Guys, Abby here at Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge. So today we're going to be doing a tour of our discovery area. So this is a part that you would usually walk around on your own. Today we're going to do a little tour for you guys. So if you've never been to Turpentine Creek before, a little history. Turpentine Creek was started in 1992. They were rescuing these animals from roadside zoos, cub petting facilities, magic shows, but also from people's backyards. So these animals have come from all over. You may hear a little construction behind me here. We are building a new pavilion, which you can see. So if it's a little noisy, that is the reason why. So we are a true sanctuary. And what that means is we do not buy, trade, breed, or sell any of our animals. These guys are all rescues. Once they are here, we are a no contact facility so that we are hands off to keep our hands on. These guys are predators, so we want to respect them and give them their space. So the first animal on our tour of the discovery area is going to be Tanya and Kismet. So we'll head over this way and go say hi to these girls. So this habitat is home to Tanya and Kismet. We have Kismet laying down right here. These girls are having a little fun today. So they were rescued from Colorado in 2016. These are some of the youngest cats from this rescue, which means they are fortunate enough to have never been used for cub petting. So this Colorado facility, they allowed people to interact with their animals. The gentleman did have 115 and they were living on 12 acres of land. So Turpentine Creek worked with 14 other sanctuaries over the course of 6 to 7 months during that year, and every single animal was able to be rescued. And again, Tanya and Kismet here, they're one of the lucky ones. They're ones that never had to grow up with people holding them, and they are turning 4 years old later in the fall. You can see her playing with one of our cardboard tubes, which is enrichment for them. So it's fun. They have a variety of different toys that they get to play with. So our next animal is Bam the Grizzly Bear, so we'll walk over and see if he's outside. So it looks like Bam, our grizzly bear, is currently inside of his night house. It is a little misty and chilly out here today, so he's preferring to be inside. We never force any of our animals to do anything, so if he doesn't want to be outside, he's perfectly fine wherever he's at. If you guys notice over here, though, to my left-hand side, he does have a swimming pool. So in the summertime, this pool is filled for him. He has a little waterfall to go with it, so he likes to swim. He'll drag his toys in there, hold them underwater, and he gets all out and shakes around. So Bam was kept as a pet in Oklahoma with another bear named Thunder, who will meet a little further along on the tour along with tigers. So we're gonna head over to talk to 4 cats to see if they wanna say hi. So in this habitat behind me, it is home to 4 cats. We have Lakota on top of his bench. Aurora actually just hopped into her fire hose hammock. We have Joey moving around in the background, and Khaleesi, our golden tabby, is inside of her night house. So these guys were rescued from Colorado in 2016, a part of that really large Colorado rescue. Unfortunately for these 4, they were used for cub petting, so people were allowed to go in, pay money to play with them. They've been here now almost 4 years and never had to be handled by people ever again. So it may look like Lakota is just your typical orange tiger, but he is actually a hybrid. I call him a hybrid of a hybrid. He is known as a Thai liger. So his father was a tiger and his mother was a liger. So with these animals, you would never find them in the wild. People create them to be a wow factor. Ligers tend to get extremely large. With Lakota, he is no different. He is the biggest cat in this habitat, but he is actually the baby. So he does outsize all of the other animals in here. Aurora, she is a white tiger that's hanging out in the hammock right now. With these white tigers, they are all traced back to a single one from 1951. So his name was Mohan. He was captured from the wild during a hunting party. They wanted to take him back to breed him to an orange tiger to create white tiger cubs. This did not occur, so they went ahead and bred Mohan back to his daughter to create the first ever white tiger cubs in captivity. And whenever you see a white tiger in captivity anywhere across the world, they're all going to be traced back to that single one. So with the amount of inbreeding that goes on within captivity, these guys have a lot of health problems. So we've had Kenny, we rescued him in 2000 from a breeding facility. He had cleft palate, cleft lip, crooked teeth, but a ton of other white tigers are going to be cross-eyed. So the gene that turns them white, it does affect their optic nerves. So no matter if you can tell it physically or internally, they're going to have these crossed optic nerves. So we're going to go see our leopards and see if any of these guys are outside. So it does look like one of our leopards is outside right now. This is Spike. It looks like he does not want to be on camera, so he's going back inside. So for the little brief moment we saw Spike, he is a black leopard. So many people will call him a black panther. That is actually an umbrella term. So a black panther can be a black jaguar or a leopard. Spike does happen to be a leopard. So he still has his black spots. It is just extra melanin in his skin to cause him to be extremely black. So he has all these spots, so you still are able to see if he's under the direct sunlight. So Spike was actually born here. We do not breed, being a true sanctuary. But little did we know when we rescued his parents from New York, from a private zoo there, his mother was already pregnant. And little Spike came along a little while after that. So we're gonna go head over to see Selbit. If he's outside, he's a normal colored leopard. So it looks like Selbit is inside of his night house right now. He's a normal colored leopard, which is just this normal tan with these dark spots called rosettes. So much like all of our other cats here in the Discovery area, he is from Colorado. When he wants to come outside, he likes to play with all of his toys. One of the ones I've seen him playing with is his red ball that is hanging off of his lock. So he enjoys that. But if he gets caught, he usually just stops and walks away. He doesn't like to let anybody know that he does like to have fun. So with leopards in the wild, they are extremely strong. They can carry 6 times their weight up into a tree, so they like to store all of their treats inside, just making sure that these leopards are going to be able to eat. So they do share habitat with lions and tigers, and storing it in a tree helps them out with that a little bit. They're not too picky about what they eat. They can eat small mammals all the way up to large deer. Here, these guys aren't able to get deer, they're not able to go out and hunt, so we do provide them with chicken. We're gonna go over and see our bobcat habitat and see if we can see Tony and Prince. So usually right behind me here we do have our bobcat habitat, which is home to Tony, Prince, and Bobby. But you can see right now it's under a little bit of construction. So Tony and Prince, these are young bobcats. They were rescued last summer during the Arkansas River flooding. So there was a woman who had taken these 2 from the wild as kittens. She had kept them as pets, but when she was told she had to leave her house, she did abandon these guys. So we went and rescued during the flooding. We brought them back. It took them a little while to get used to everything around here. Bobby is a 19-year-old blind bobcat, so he tends to stay in his den a little bit more, but he does rely on all of his other senses. So he listens to sounds, he likes to listen to the birds, but those enrichment items, so the perfume, the cologne, the kitchen spices, those help him figure out where he's at in his habitat, and also gives him some little fun throughout the day. So be sure to keep an eye out for what is to come for this area right here. And be sure to tune in Monday, where we're going to go down the second half of our discovery area called our bear tunnel. So you'll see some more bobcats, a serval, our tigers, cougars, and potentially some black bears.